Hello everyone, I'm TH Pine and I'm here with Sandwich.
Hello.
And we're making domes today. So
Domes.
That's exciting.
We're getting domed in the domes.
Dome. Yeah, we switched up hosts this week. So yesterday was Axum and Smith and today is me and Sandwich. We'll do this from time to time, mostly because of scheduling reasons, but sometimes also just for fun. So get used to it. I'm part of the Beer and Pretzel stream now. No, wait, who's defining what's the Beer and Pretzel stream? Is that you and Axum or is that me and Smith? Like, what's the deciding factor?
Is it the level designer? Is it
the co-host?
Yeah. I think it's a combo of the both, personally.
Probably.
I'd like to think.
I think that makes sense. I'm more of a technical person than Smith, and Grant is more, or Axum is more in the technical part of level design, or not level design, level generation than you are. So
I can't do that. I do.
All right.
Both of these are like. Maybe I should put it like in the thing like this instead, but then it doesn't connect. Ugh. I'm trying to figure out how I want these stairs to go up.
I never saw a dome being made, so just like smooth me in. Is there what's the like if you compare this to other tile set, how how good is the level generation in creating domes? Like how much optimization is there already? How much how long does it take you to make a dome? Let's start with that.
It takes a little longer just because like the generation side of it is actually pretty smart, but like as you can see, there's just a lot more stuff to deal with. Like, I gotta delete these just off the rip.
Okay, so it's smart, but it's more complex, so it overall
yeah,
it still takes longer. Okay.
yeah. So it is smarter, but it's also like we end up with things like this where it's just like, you know, you could probably make this jump. You might. I don't think you can actually get on top of those, but like, yeah, it's just you got to think about it a lot more, which is kind of annoying, but it's the way it is sometimes. If I do that, like you might be able to jump on top of here, and that's just. Ugh. I'll have to be careful about that. I'm not entirely sure if you can, but I don't really have a better solution because otherwise you're going to be able to do this as well. I think like right there. Let's see. No. It's like I don't know. You might be able to, you might not. It's really hard to tell. I know you can jump peek this, but icky. I'll leave it. I'll leave it and see if people can get up there. I'm pretty sure they can because there's no like physics thingy right here. Well, there is. Never mind. I don't think they can make that jump. That seems like a little bit too tall. In fact, I know a way we can check. I'm gonna do some quick checkaroony right here. Oh, that might be real close. That might be like real close.
I want a really quick answer question from Ted. What part of your game are you guys most proud of? This part, the level generation. This is by far the most unique selling point this game has, and it's what makes due process work. Because the whole premise of the game is to make planning matter, and in our opinion, at least, to make that happen, we need to get rid or at least reduce to a minimum map knowledge. And well, how do you do that? By having tons of maps and making new ones every week and throwing the old ones out. And that's what the system allows us to do. So
yeah, I'd say that, you know, depending on who you ask too.
I guess
it does depend. Because like art team obviously is gonna be really proud of certain aspects on the art side.
I mean, the art team is doing a great job. I don't want to like.
Yeah, but the level generation is definitely the level generation process has definitely come a long way. Even just since I've got brought on, it's come a long way.
Yeah, it's also that I mean, it's the art style is definitely also one of our unique selling points. There's no game that quite looks like this. So I guess same argument could be made there, but yeah. Definitely. But level gen is the one that comes to mind for me.
I want to put a door behind here.
And yeah, and to touch on the side conversation in chat, which I also already answered with the bot command, but yeah, no, we had 100%ly random levels in the very early prototype. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. We decided 80-20 rule. We're doing we get the generation to 80%, do 80% of the work, and do the other 20% manually because that's easier.
Yeah. Oh, gotta move the painting.
I mean, the short of it is level generation is really good at certain things and really bad at others. And conveniently, these other things level gen is not good at are things that are fairly easy to do for a human. So. It's dimension heaven.
That,
Sandwich.
Some of the things that like level gen does, it can be really dumb sometimes. Like it doesn't know where to place bomb. Like bomb and power are right next to each other on here, and both of those are right next to a green door. And I put 2 bombs because I pressed the button twice, but probably just stick bomb up here somewhere. Like. There's other problems, like if I just left this as it was, people just turtle back here, which they're probably going to do. But I can prevent that by like putting a red door up here or something similar.
Yeah, I really like the generation of those ruins though. They're kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm
With the
thinking I'm
bridge
gonna
in
move
between.
like this
Probably change them
over.
around a little bit. Yeah, they're not quite like they seem
Yeah,
a little bit too defendable maybe.
yeah. Just make it so that it's a little bit more like usable space, you know? So
Yeah.
if you do something like even just that, like moving the stairs over to the edges, it just brings a lot of breathing room into
Hmm.
the area.
Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. Like you just can. There's more. You're more inclined to use the whole room or the whole
Yep.
area instead of just like going from the stairs, the direct path
Yeah,
um, to the bridge.
something that like I at least constantly have to try to keep in mind is that like people will play a game to the most optimal way.
Yeah.
And if that means sitting in the back of the room with, you know, your whole team, they're gonna do it.
It's not even
Uh,
necessarily the most optimal way, but it's like I feel it's the most like the most. Not quite sure what the right word would be. Like it depends on the player, obviously. Like if you're looking high skill competitive play, then yeah, probably the most optimal way. But like for people who either might not have the same mindset or might not be as experienced at the game, it's usually just like what's the easiest way or the least complicated way to play the game effectively. And yeah,
yeah,
that usually comes down to turtling somewhere. So
which you know that's fine. You just got to give the player who wants to turtle, no cover where they are, right?
yeah.
Did that not? Oh, it's because this thing already has it.
Says a random guy who is dead asks how much of this is procedural. Procedural. I hate this word so much.
Procedural.
Procedural. Yeah, that's the one. I mean,
Uh,
it's yeah. No, go
when we
ahead.
generate a
You can
new
probably
level,
answer that better than me.
yeah, remember his name, and we'll point it out. But a majority of it is. Oh my god, this still kind of sucks. A majority of it is, but things like doors aren't. Because level gen's kind of dumb, and it doesn't really know what flow is. It just kind of puts things places, and it's like, yep, looks good. So there is an element of human interaction that has to go into it, but generally speaking, it's it does a pretty good job overall. Not
In a broader
perfect, but pretty good.
sense, the level generation system creates the basic room layouts, and depending on the tileset and the room, it also spawns stuff in there. That's more or less true, or true to different degrees depending on the tileset and the room. Like, it's not very good to spawn stuff in Factory, but looking at Killhouse and C-Store, there's not much you have to do have to add manually. You sometimes have to change stuff, obviously, but
yeah, sometimes, but it's a lot less than doing something like this, where
yeah.
you have to add like just a ton of stuff
Mm-hmm.
in general, or like remove a ton of stuff. Generally, we're removing a lot more than we're adding.
Mm-hmm.
I used to add a lot more than
I mean,
removed,
removing is
so.
easier than adding stuff, so I guess
This is true.
That's probably a good way to do it. Let it spawn too much.
Yep. Yeah, because you can just remove all the excess that you don't want.
Yeah.
Like we can sit here and just remove a whole bunch of stuff and move things around, but I think I'm gonna do stairs right there. I think that'll be kind of cheeky.
Jamison asks, like the castle walls are super thick, right? But there can be wall charge. Is there like, do we need like, is there any extra care needed to make that work, or is that like a potential problem that has to be like, are there any potential problems that can be spotted in QA or something, or is it just like a regular wall and works like every other?
It's pretty much just a regular wall. The only thing that's where'd my thingy go? What? I don't know where it went, but there you go. This wall is actually hollow inside. Can't see it, but Like if I take off this, like these are the things that are wall chargeable, right? So like these
like
thin
the
objects are
front and the back panel, but not the side ones.
yeah. So like if
Okay.
you think about, okay,
So
well,
these are
where is that
two
going to be
elements.
placed? Yeah,
Interesting.
like it's like a mock-up piece, right? Like you
Mhm.
can tell that this one's the side panel because it doesn't have the cracks in it. Whereas if
And
we
you
like,
you cannot charge the side one, I assume.
well, it's more like this is a corner piece, I guess. But
Yeah, but
yeah, you can't charge the sides as far as I'm aware. Yeah, you can't because they don't have the thing on them. So like this is where the charge
this
goes.
is the charge node. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So this if this isn't here and there's no script on it, like the object, it won't let you place a charge. Like there just won't be an option. If there's either a breach script or this, though, it will let you place it. But then weird things happen because I think they reference each other. So like if it allows you to place the charge, but then there's no breach script, like, you know, it might just do some weird stuff just because it can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I assume Levergen is clever enough to not put the castle walls like 90-degree to the wrong direction.
Yeah, we just gotta tell it to not do that.
Yeah.
Which it's pretty straightforward to do that. It's just like you have corner pieces which are probably set up in a way that they only connect on this side and this side.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it like at the corner pieces like an L, so it would never connect like this because we didn't tell it to. There's nothing over here that would allow it to connect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would always place itself, and generally speaking, it'll have like a spawn point, and then it'll breach off from the spawn point, and it'll snake. So like, let's say the spawn point was here, it would go that one first, then it would spawn these up to a predetermined point, which is, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it would be like, okay, well, I'm at 6, I have to create a corner, or like I am connected to base, right? Like because base is already like this shape.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, okay, well, I can't go any further this way, so I'm going to go this way now. And then it goes that way until it reaches.
That's how it works,
like,
rather, right? Because that's how shelving in factory works. It like the shape of the room is there already, so it starts snaking out until it hits the wall, and then it makes the corner. Does the places the corner basically? So
yeah. I'm gonna open up chat as well. Twitch. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so I think what I want to do here is actually put power in observation, or maybe like north observation, because then it's like, okay, well, do we take power immediately by breaching in observation, or do we wait? Because I don't think the button would function if the power's off, but you'd still be able to shoot out, right? So giving players decisions to make generally helps with the planning process.
absolutely.
And I'll occasionally do that for like C stores as well, where it's like you can hit the power or you can go for the teller button because they're right next to each other. Or you can do it, you know, like the opposite way, if you go for the teller button and then you go for the power.
Yeah.
How do I want to... This is kind of a tough one because I need to put cover in here somehow, and I'm thinking I'm going to do it like this. Do it like that. Wrong one. Do that, and then put this one like back here.
Now, Control
Maybe like
asks an
there.
interesting design question, actually. I'm not sure if you can or want to answer that, but is there ever a plan to have 2 buttons for the castle door?
Yeah, I actually talked about that the other day with level team people, because you know, there's a couple maps that have the button on the outside.
Yeah.
And that was from a misunderstanding on my part that I put it out there. So you can't actually kick down this door.
Yeah.
Which I was under the assumption that you could because it's a door.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why that button was out there. But there's literally nothing stopping us from putting a button on like this side and then
and one on the other, similar to like
airlock or something.
Airlock,
like, like there's nothing stopping us from doing that. You just need to set it up properly, which isn't that hard with only one door that it's referencing.
Yeah.
So we can try that on the next map. This map, I want to have the decision to either press the button or the power, which is why I'm doing it this way.
So yeah, because with power is out, the button doesn't work anymore, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I haven't actually tried it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works, because that's just how buttons work in general.
Yeah. It's basically the same button that you have in like Kill House, Horsey Store. I guess it has different art, but it's technically the same object.
And then I need to figure out how to do stairs up to here, and I need to do red doors. That's the other thing. I'll do red doors first. Doors.
Chat confirms it doesn't work if power is out.
Cool.
Ooh, that's an interesting suggestion. I wonder how hard that would be, like, to set it up technically. It would be cool if you could kick down the castle door from the inside, but not from the outside. I think that would make a lot of sense.
That's the intention. Yeah, that would be the intention.
Do we want to get there? Is that what you're saying? Like,
yeah, I'd like to see that. And we've talked about it before, but it's, you know, we had it at one point in prototyping for Dome. So that looks a lot better. And then we'll get
because then you have this case where you can place a button outside, right? So it's like an objective for the attackers. If we take the button, we can storm the gates, but it doesn't lock you in when you're on the inside and don't have access to the button. So I think that would make a lot of sense.
I just select this.
I mean, it's in the end it comes down. You can create a level on all these. However it works, but you have to. It creates different scenarios, I guess.
Yeah. And there's other little things that you have to just pay attention to as well when you're making a dome. Like when you put a red door down, you need to make sure that there's like little wings and like or blocked off sections for the windows. Like a wing wouldn't work here because it'd go up. Like you kind of saw it where it would go like up here, and it's like we just have a whole wall asset that we can put right there instead, which just looks a lot cleaner. So I don't know what to do about this base though. Like on one hand, I kind of like how it is, and on the other hand, I'm just like, because there's essentially 3 pillboxes going on. There's like this one, which I kind of blocked off with the smoke. I could raise it up. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll do like this, and then I'll move this pillbox over, so it's not obstructed by the smoke.
So the smoke is placed manually?
Yeah, this one is.
Okay, but does it also spawn some?
Yeah, it actually spawned. It spawned on this map specifically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to block off this sightline, but not this one, which is really tricky. Because like, you know, it's just
this one is bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't really like move it over.
Can you put something
in
in base that would block the sideline?
Yeah,
maybe?
not really. There's nothing that's really high enough that wouldn't be a platforming opportunity.
What if you just remove this window?
Well, the other thing is, like, I actually don't mind this being here. It's more just, I don't want it to be like, okay, well, why would I go and sit down in these pillboxes when this one is so much better, right? Like, I would rather have this one be the one that can watch over, like, once they get in. So it'd be something like that. But these ones can watch over the actual door, you know? In fact, you know what I can do? I can do like this over here, and then this one in the corner. That still doesn't work. Dang it. Kind of shot myself in the foot by doing this. Because it needs 3 realistically. It's just kind of tough. Like, this smoke placement isn't actually bad either, but I don't want to completely neuter it. I
like the fact that we have smoke as cover now, though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I wish it was the new smoke asset personally, but it's kind of cool to have.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not non-solid cover. That's a new thing.
Then we'll do this one like here-ish.
Now, people are suggesting to move the flag gun higher by putting something below it.
I I could, but that's kind of not the purpose of the flat gun. The flat
Yeah.
gun is just it's there for aesthetics.
It's also, I don't think it actually would block the left side properly.
Yeah,
Due to
it
the
would
placement.
like we have boxes to do that if we want to do that, but it's the other thing is like these both of these
There's
look
another one
over.
over
Dang
here.
it. Yeah.
Oof.
Like I guess this one would be a lot easier to
Can you raise
block.
the wall? Can you raise the wall?
No,
That's unfortunate.
because of the
Oh
thingy
yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
because of this and.
Yeah. So this one's gonna be kind of tough. What I could do is I can move the boat over here, and that way it doesn't have that fourth one right
that might
here.
work.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
That might
instead.
work better, yeah. Control is asking how we're like. What's the plan for releasing new maps every week now? Do we just split the 20 evenly between the 4 tile sets, or?
Right now we're focused on Dome, since that's the new one, and we don't have nearly as many maps. But
Yeah,
like
that
last
makes
week
sense.
was pretty much just Dome.
I mean, it was just done because I think a lot of factories got forgotten, right?
Well,
I
not
heard some
necessarily.
talk
It's more
about
like
that.
we didn't have a whole lot of domes in the first place.
Yeah, but it was also like I know there were factories being made that didn't make it into the patch for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but there was some confusion going on.
I think they did. There's some broken light ones that got in. Yeah,
I'm pretty
there was only a
sure
couple,
the DPL make map factory didn't make it in.
Oh no, that one didn't make it in. No, that one I think is getting I think it's getting held off. Like the thing about this castle placement is, yeah, it might be OP, but like, they can also just throw smokes. Like if you come out of this door and you're not doing anything, like, yeah, sure, you'll get gunned down, but like, make a plan to not do that, right? Like, I would rather have something be OP than be useless, because useless is deadly in this game, because then people don't use it, and then I'm very sad.
Is there also a line of sight from observation?
Most likely, yeah, but there's going to be a red door up there. There's a red door right there. So if you decide to sit up here, you know, like, you got that to deal with, which is the way I'm going to deal with that one that way. This guy. Cool. I think this is going to work a little bit better. Yeah, I think this works a little bit better. And then I think I'll move these over a little bit so you have like the middle route and then the cover on this side. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Because I don't want to make it super easy for the attackers to breach. Like, they got to think a little bit, and they're already going to be throwing flashes and smokes and whatnot. So, like, holding angles like this is good because it's predictable. Like, you can look at this and be like, okay, well...
Yeah, that's super predictable, yeah.
Yeah, like, you already identified a couple things here where it's like, we have this angle that we're dealing with, this one, obviously, this one, and then you pointed out this one.
Yeah.
So it's like there's 4 angles, but I mean, you can eliminate 2 of those with a single smoke, which would be like right here.
Mm-hmm. And then the other 2 with another smoke.
Yeah, like 2 smokes basically gives you free entry into here.
Yeah.
Whereas no smokes is death, right? And that's what we want to incentivize, is like, you make a plan and you outbrained the enemy team. Like that's good. We want that. Why is this one like forward? Okay, let's see. I don't want any peaks in ruins because I want it to be more predictable. We need another red door, and I think it's gonna have to be up in the north, like right here. Because I can't put it on this wall, I can't put it on this wall, I can't do this one, can't do this one. So it pretty much has to be right here, which is fine. So we will do a red door. Yeah, let's do this one. And then let's... Come on, give me the door. With the door. I don't want that one though. Can I get a different one, please? No. Okay.
I like the implications of having like the red doors being double doors now. That you can use 2 door charges on 1 red entry now.
Well, that's a little too. I think I'm gonna need to work on 1s. I don't think I can work on 2s on this one. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna do that instead. Like that. Does that clip through? Nope. I think it's on properly. Oh no, this one's a 2F. That's why. Oh, that sucks. Can I do this one? I can kind of do this one. I'm trying to avoid a couple things here. One of them being like, if I'm not careful, people can just easily like run out, hop down, and go under. And you know, that's something I hate to think about or have to think about, but it is. You know, it's there. So
I mean, the turrets should stop that from happening.
They don't always. Yeah, for the most part, they will, but like, there's a couple different ways that they can get around. If I could use that L piece, I would love to. This one, it just like it's not tall enough.
Yeah,
You know, I'm gonna make it tall enough because I want.
I was about to ask, could you
one.
not just like place another one below?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do some copy pasta real quick. Let's make sure that's snapped up properly. Is this too high? Sorry, I have to check this because it's gonna bother me if I don't. No, that's fine. Okay. That map over drawback. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna copy paste some of this stuff over. I'm gonna double check some of these. I think that this one's the one that goes here. Yeah, that's the one that goes right there. We're gonna take these, we're gonna scoot them over.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do that. And that should prevent
Copy
most
pasta.
runouts. Should. Say should. Yeah.
You mean because it's so long?
Yeah, because it's really long, the turrets will lock on in time. And then I can just take all these. Where's our 3F?
Yeah, that's a good question actually. What's the so how is Stone set up? We have 5 rooms but only 4 spawn, is that correct?
5 rooms but only 4 spawn, correct.
Is that just for having variety, or would be 5 rooms too big, or
5 rooms is generally too big. We've tried it a couple times and it becomes really, really, really unpredictable, and people again just kind of turtle by bomb. Anyways, so it's like if we don't give players a reason to do something, they're just not going to do it. Like if I just say, hey, you know, you can sit by bomb, you're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna sit by bomb. It's like, okay, well, how about you don't? And you're like, it's like the SpongeBob, like, I don't think I will. I'm not feeling like it.
yeah, that's usually what happens.
Yeah. Which is like, you know, kind of unfortunate, but it's just
human
what
nature.
it is. Yep. Turn off. Go away. And then this guy needs to be this guy. Select you.
This piece looks a bit weird, how it like clips into the ramp.
Yeah, we'll manage though. It just, oh man, I would rather have it clipping into the floor. Oh, I see. Okay. I need to work from the top down is what I need to do. I need to start up here and then work my way down. Can I get this piece? I think I can just double up this piece. Oh no, we have a big one. I see it. This guy. Yeah. Give me you. Slightly unrelated, but I've been playing Terraria Master Mode, and that's hard, dude. Everything hits like a truck.
I played Terraria back in the days a little bit, not for much.
Dude,
It's kind of
so
fun, but I
hard.
never got like. I kind of enjoyed it, but it didn't. And like I don't know. It was. I had one session with 2 friends where we played for a bunch of hours. That was fun, but besides that, I never really got the. I think it's a really fun game. I think I would enjoy it quite a bit if I would play it with the right people.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Terraria is like you either like Terraria or Minecraft, you know? I don't know if you've
Yeah.
ever heard that, but definitely more of a Terraria fan.
Yeah, I'm not a Minecraft person, so.
Yeah.
Terraria
The new
is
Minecraft
more.
is kind of fun though.
I mean, for me, Minecraft is it's I don't know. It never clicked with me. I'm not sandbox games don't work for me. And Terraria is, I guess, technically somewhat of a sandbox game.
Yeah, it's a sandbox game. I mean, it
but
does have an end game, but I mean, like
Yeah.
realistically, not a lot of people get there.
It's easier to. I mean, Minecraft has an end game, so.
True.
But I don't know. Terraria I've always felt more accessible to me, or not accessible. Like it was easier to give myself directions in that.
Yeah.
It's because it's like I think it comes down
Tuesday.
to being for it comes down to it being 2D instead of
Yeah.
3D. That makes it way more reasonable to me. Also, the crafting system is more predictable. Maybe is the right word.
What do I want to do about ruins?
It is Tuesday indeed.
Yeah.
We should get Pengu on the Tuesday train.
No, only if he wants to. I was talking with Control, and it sounds like he streams just about every day. I don't know. Are you in here, Control?
Control
I didn't
streams
check the
almost
viewer
every day.
list. Yeah. I should get him up to the executor. Because he's been bugging me about make a map, and I'm like, bro, I can't. Sorry. Nothing personnel, kid. Okay, let's see. I need to get wingies. Get the wings. Get the wings.
Someone asked in the chat about the fire extinguisher and training mode, which we removed because it was buggy. That was part of the game in pre-network prefactor,
Back in my
refactor, so
day.
in early alpha. It's basically a deployable smoke screen for defenders. Like they can throw it somewhere and then shoot it and it create smokes, but it never got fixed after network refactor, so it's not really usable right now, which is why we removed it from the training area. And it's not being used in games, in maps. It usually spawned in C-Star, I believe, or Killhouse actually. Both?
Yeah, it's spawning
spawn
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might come back one day.
Yeah, it
definitely
wouldn't
an
be
interesting piece of
a map
equipment.
spawn anymore, though.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, it would be a player placed item. Can I do?
Yeah.
I don't think. Where are the stairs on this side? No, that won't work. Damn it! God dang, Gabbert! Can I do that? Ooh, I can do that.
Yeah,
Oh, it looks weird, though.
another
You know.
level gen question about Dome, or level design question rather. Are stairs with half step landing something you guys have tried with Dome in Ruins of
Half
Castle?
step landing. So
Like-
you mean like
half height.
kind of like this?
Yeah, I think he means inside, like
Yeah, but
staircase
inside.
yeah, like because we have 2 floors, right? In Ruins, for example, you have the
Yeah.
upper floor and the lower floor, and I
Yeah.
think he's asking for stairs that have like a half floor, basically. Somewhere between.
Like,
would-
so
I would
yes
imagine
and
it makes it
no.
less
Like,
predictable.
here's the problem with that. If you do that, like if you look around inside, the only things that spawn below these 2 layers are beach, river, and pit. So those are the only places that you would ever see a half step. And everything, like if we look back at this example, like this goes below the level. So if like we didn't have the option to go below the level, maybe like if the level went all the way down, but
Mm-hmm.
the level only goes down this far to accommodate things like river or pit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has to have like a floor to it at some point. But in order to have a negative floor, it's like, if you think of like this, let me get a drawing tool. If you think of like this section right here as the floor,
Yeah.
like quote floor, like you only have 2 proper layers. So if you made a half staircase, it would be going up and then across. It's even harder to do than that. It would be like up and then across and then up, but then there's nothing up here because it's the ceiling. So it's like, instead of doing that, it would have to be like half that
Yeah.
and then something like that, right? So you end
Then
up
you
with
had-
this weird like quarter floor, you know,
Yeah.
that doesn't
There's
really like
nothing
relate
there,
to anything.
really.
Yeah. Like there's nothing really there, and it's like, well, you know, if we do that, it would definitely be a like a set piece for something of like, you know, there's 2F or something similar with like an in between, and then it goes up to the roof or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there was like a roof breach, for example. So let's just theory craft here. If there was like, if this was up here instead,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a roof breach, yeah, then we could totally do that, because then, you know, it's already pretty much built in where you can see the stair, and then there'd be a landing and maybe like another stair. But we can't really do that with dome, at least. So less steep stairs that do a U-turn in the half step. I think we have something similar to that, like with this. I know that there's ones that go like that in Castle. Let me pull one up. Like this is pretty much the closest you're going to be able to get to a half step, is something like this.
I mean, that's
You know,
that's
I'll
pretty
drag this up.
much. That's pretty much what they were asking for, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I
like
think that's
this
kind
is
of
pretty
our
much
step.
the only asset that does it. Yeah. Yeah, this is a thing that we use occasionally for Castle,
Yeah.
yes.
I guess you could have
But,
something similar for ruins.
Yeah, I don't know if Ruins has. I don't think it does.
Yeah, but
Let's
all
check.
yeah.
It does. Yeah, here. I think it's this one. Yeah, here you go.
Oh, there we go.
So you have something like that. I don't think there's really a good place for it in this level. There really isn't. We could just leave it in there just for variance, though. So it's like if you wanted to hide in this back corner, you could, and have covers so people can't just like spray in. We can leave it like that. Some kind of heal for defender because of bad guns. Funny you mentioned that.
Hashtag healing discussion for the old alpha testers. Or people
Rest
who are
in
willing
peace,
to read
sweet
blog
prince.
posts. Old blog posts, that is. We might have healing items back at some point in the future. Maybe.
Yeah,
That's
it
a big
was,
maybe, though.
It was attempted at one point during a prototyping phase. Yeah,
Let's just leave
maybe.
it
Yeah,
at
I'll
that,
leave
I
on to
guess.
Vince.
Like...
That's a conversation I honestly have no answer for. I'm sorry. Like that's way out of my realm.
No, like there
I
were
know, you're not
lessons
trying to
learned
hate.
from that experiment, and some
Yeah.
of those might be usable in the future. But it's a healing is a tricky topic, which also creates a lot of like people have very different opinions on it.
Yeah, like I could definitely give you my opinion on it. It was silly, not in a bad way. It was just like, man, dude, when you like think of it this way, a defender has an innate advantage against any attacking force because they have to be pushed into. So when they have more HP than an attacker, it becomes real hard to do anything. There are a couple different iterations of it too, but yeah, that's more of a Vince question. Later, built-in level design for custom maps, maybe TM. I think that's a fact question.
Far down, yeah, it's getting asked fairly often. Maybe way down the line, like way later, far in the future. It would be really hard. Like, there's basically 2 reasons why it's not coming anytime soon, or it's not planned currently. One is it would be technically difficult to get this out of Unity into a usable tool, I guess, or make these Unity plugins or whatever they are into a usable tool. And the other reason is it kind of goes against the core of the game, right? We don't want you to make levels so you know those levels. Well, we don't want you to make levels because then you know these levels, and that's not knowing the levels is what all of this is all about. So it would be fun for custom games, for sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
it's not
we also
not
have
even close to the priority list. Basically, it's not even on the priority list because it's not like it wouldn't. It would be a fun thing, but it's not helping the game really.
there's technical limitations to it too. Of
Yeah.
like before a level goes out, you have to bake light maps on it, and that alone takes about half an hour on like a Threadripper, like per level,
Yeah.
depending on what tile set it is. So like if you have, you know, an i3 4790K, it'll probably take you upwards of 45 minutes to an hour to bake one level. And that's just to make sure that the lighting is correct. So it has its own individual challenges to it besides just like level generator stuff. I don't know. I don't really want people to be like stuck in here if they go into the river, but it's also kind of funny that they would be.
Yeah, it's one way now.
Yeah,
So.
one-way river.
I mean, it's actually, I think that's interesting.
Yeah. It's just it like I didn't even notice it until now, and I've been looking at this map for a while.
Yeah.
So it's like if I do that, it also just looks weird.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I might have to ask Axum about that, and if
we want that.
If this is something, yeah, because it's like there's nothing that really goes here. You know, like we don't really have an asset that's like just like a rock ramp or something.
Something that connects jungle and base without being a wall.
Yeah. I need to figure out what to do with observation and base. I need to do something about this. What am I gonna do here? Trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the stairs in a non-obnoxious way.
Yeah. It's I see what your problem is here.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess you could change the
kind of know
trenches
where, like,
because they feel like kind of pointless where they are right now anyway.
Well, no,
They're
here
not leading anywhere.
I'm gonna fix that real quick. Let me find. Oh, where is it? I'm gonna re-import all of these because I can't see them. 1 second. Fall damage into the game. Yeah, it's kind of weird being able to jump out of a window and not take any damage. Okay, let's look. I swear we had a ramp that was like this, and I don't know. I guess. Oh man, I thought we did. That's kind of annoying. I don't really want to put a. I want to put like this ramp right there, and just smush it into the floor because it'd look a lot better if I did like that. Just it looks so much better, and then I can move this like over a little bit. I think I'll just do that. Oh, there's a thing. Move the thing.
Zach says that you have ramps.
Yeah, do you know what they're called, Zach?
Ramps.
It's one of the box ramps. Do you know what they're called? Like specifically? 'Cause I know we have them, but I'm blanking so hard on what they're called right now. I'm gonna just look up ramp. Let's see what comes up. Is it this one? Nope, that's the FBX. D-Day ramp med. D-Day. D-Day ramp. D-Day ramp. D-Day ramp small. I'm only seeing a mesh. Rip.
also for the people who are asking like not level related questions, I'll answer some of them in chat and maybe some in
is this
stream,
it?
but for the most part, this is about
found it.
level generation. If you have generic questions, either go Discord or come back tomorrow when I do the community hour stream. That's the perfect place for asking anything, really. As I said, like feel free to ask them. I'll see if I answer them in chat or whatever. But don't expect to get an answer on everything today because we're focusing on maps today. New map idea: tic-tac-toe. Did you process map? Huh. I wonder how that would work. Like, you have to this is like in 3x3 rooms, and you have to like control the room somehow. Like there's a button in every room.
Yeah. Oh man, Pion, do you remember the old club that had the light up floor? Were you around for that?
Light up floor.
Yeah, it was a floor that when you stepped on it, it would light up, like that section of the floor.
Ooh, I
You could play
don't
tic-tac-toe
remember
with
that.
that. That'd be super funny.
I don't remember that actually.
Yeah,
I would assume I was around because I've been around for a while, but maybe not for that. I don't know.
Maybe.
I feel like I was around for like from the like when club was created, but maybe I'm making things up.
Yeah, I think it was just an experiment at one point. I'm going to do the stairs like this. So you have to go. This is how we make the thing relevant. So,
Zach asks
if you look at like
under the map, this might go
under the
through
map,
floor.
yeah, I'll look under the map because it will go through the floor. Yeah. Good call. So like if we look at the pathing from green door, it's like you can go up here, you can go up here and just straight to bomb, but you have to go through a choke point, which is river with overlook. You can go like this, but you can't really do the jump unless you jump like here to here. And if you fall down into the trenches, you have to go all the way through, and then you have to get up here, or you'll have to go this way. So it's like you either got to make that jump or you don't, right? Like, and if you make the jump, you're just exposing yourself. Whereas if you don't make the jump, it's like, you know, if you want to go down here, get cover in this like this corner, you have to make it like all the way around. So I think this pathing is going to be all right overall. Let's check under the map real quick.
Need to. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem
Oh
with
my goodness! Is it
the under
can I use
area?
the smaller one?
You can just scale it down.
It's this one. No, I think he was talking about this one. I think I would pick the wrong one. Let's see. Oh man!
It needs to be higher.
Screw it! You saw nothing. None of you saw anything.
Squish it.
It's a ramp. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, that works.
Work with Node to make the game? No.
What is the most important
ramp for the
part
half-life.
of placing the bomb in a map? Like, I mean, I guess it's
relevance.
not making it, relevance and not making it too easy to access, right? I guess those go hand in hand.
Yeah, you got to make sure that the bomb isn't right next to anything super important and that it's relevant to one red door. So if we look at the red door placement on this map, and I'm taking a long time on this map because, like, I don't know, I want it to look good. But if you look at this map, you know, you have a red door that's relevant to power and a important piece of geometry, which happens to be castle. And castle overlooks just about everything. So taking castle on this map, super important, right? But they only really have two ways out from that side, which is the door, which needs the power to be on to activate, or the river, which you'd be able to see from like a couple different points, right? So like power will be important on this map, but you can also just kind of chill back here if they take power. If you take this though, you have to contend with castle, right? Which is that super dangerous sightline. You also have to contend with people in ruins. So it's like ruins in general is going to be very, very important to play on this map, I feel. But it's also not going to be super overpowered because you can just, you know, if you felt like it was too overpowered, you could just blow in and clear a whole section of it right off the bat.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is going to be a bigger play for a lot of people, but I really don't have a better solution for placing the red door. It's just
Yeah,
like place
I
down
wouldn't.
here. It's just here,
Red door leading into bomb room is usually a very obvious play, so
yeah.
I would not
What
be
I can do is
surprised
I can
to see.
move the bomb further as well.
Yeah, that's
Move it, like,
probably a good idea, I would say, because from what I've seen so far, people really like these breaches and they seem to be fairly effective. Especially since this one is not easy to defend against, right? Because there are no good sidelines on it.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna do this just to make it a little bit less obnoxious. I'm gonna do this.
Oh, I like the one-way river.
RIP one-way river, but it's just that just seems so obnoxious to do, you know? Oh my goodness. Are they sticking through? They're not. Cool. Like that just seems so obnoxious to do. Like overly obnoxious, you know? We can do it like that. Here, we'll leave it like that so you still have this section where you can kind of like tuck.
Okay.
That looks a little better. Okay. Am I missing anything, chat? Do we see anything?
I mean, power is an ops, right?
Yeah.
Castle button is inside castle. So, which makes... Yeah, no, I think that makes sense on this map because the bomb is right outside the gate, so...
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I might want to change up base a little bit more. I don't really know what relevance this has.
Wait, how do you get down from... Did you place the stairs for observation to base?
No, I haven't done that yet. They're going to go right here. I'm just trying to look at, like... I don't know what I want to do about base. It's just kind of an awkward child on this map. I could remove... Here as well, do. Because this is kind of bugging me as well. I don't really know what to do about this section. So I think I'll remove the flat gun on this map because it's just going to take up space. I want that space.
What did you dislike about the previous setup?
I want to try to tuck this side in a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to, but I also kind of like how this is. If I do it like this, though, I can still kind of keep the gun. I'd basically just put another section right here. Like here, I'll nab this guy. We'll move that. Do this. There. So how does this look? If I make this bigger, I can put relevant cover up here.
Okay.
I think that's the play. I can remove that. I can remove... Oh, man.
Is the flag
so
cannon
many random
ballistic?
pieces. What was that?
Is the cannon ballistic?
I think the front of it is, yeah, like this part. Come on, give it. Hitbox shield. Yep, it is.
And the legs? Because they look pretty ballistic.
Come on, give me a piece. Should be mostly ballistic. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Hitbox, ballistic, ballistic. Yeah, I'm thinking most of this is just going to be ballistic. I mean, I could go through it, but I'm feeling like most of it is going to be.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because new assets. Need to learn the stuff. Do you guys know about getting on top of the flag guns on some maps? Oh no, parkour.
Yep, I do. I trust I do.
What was the biggest weight you can actually do that moment you had when playing on a map you've made?
I put sandbags next to the flat cannon, and it allowed players to platform.
Just relevant to the other question. Perfect.
Yeah, that's the short of it. I did a bad, and players punished me for it. Okay, and then think I can do this. I'm gonna see if this works actually, because I'm curious. We're gonna do some experimentation here real quick. And delete those. That, this. Oh. Okay. Will this work? It kind of worked. Close
Wait,
enough.
what did you do?
I spawned the walls, and it spawned
Oh.
most of them.
Oh, cool.
It did most of them. It didn't do all of them, so I'll just double check all of these real quick. Like I didn't get this
Yeah.
one.
Like, do you have like a specific button for it?
Yeah, I have a magic button.
And it just spawns all walls for base, or?
It doesn't spawn all walls, but it will look to see is there any walls that are missing. Like,
Okay.
are there any nodes that need to be placed? And if there are, it'll place it. Like, it didn't get this one either. But it did a pretty good job overall. You know, it cleaned it up and it allowed me to remake this a little bit. I like this setup a little bit more. I have to get these stairs. Oh, I could do something kind of cheeky here. I could use this bridge to do the observation here.
Wait, what?
You'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, let's okay, I need to think about how I'm doing this though, because
We still have missing walls
see.
down there. Zach just pointed out. No, on the
you're talking about this one.
no.
Oh, right
there.
here? Yeah. Good spot.
Also, apparently, Zach removed the LGO on the sandbags. So,
The LGO.
wouldn't that be
Why the
the
LGO?
Wait, which one is the LGO?
The geometry.
Yeah.
So it only
it's
has a
the-
hitbox?
So you cannot jump on
I mean,
it.
it makes sense.
I think is the idea.
Yeah. I don't know what repercussions that might have, because I know assets are used with those sandbags, but we'll figure it out. It is what it is. Stairs. Oh man, what stairs? Which stairs will we use? Decoration not for gameplay, but why are they in a gameplay space? My gameplay. It's the beast assets, so it should have no relevance. But they place up here. That's why I'm confused, because they do place up here occasionally. I think it's these ones that I have to use. Yeah, I'm gonna use these ones because. So we gotta do. Give me that. Oh man, I don't think this is gonna work the way I want it to work.
Oh, you wanted? No, wait. What did you want to do?
I want to have a bridge,
Yes.
and then I want to put something on top of the bridge like this. So we have. I'll mock it up real quick. You see? So it's like that. So you have to go across the bridge in order to get up to observation, because it gives value to the red door if you do that.
Yeah.
The other thing though is like power is just going to be really hard to get from green. So I'm thinking, doing me a thunk.
What are your thoughts on
This
throwing
one.
mollies into the beach lander? Like into the
Cool,
ship.
nice throw. Like,
Yeah,
you miss your
Ventus-
molly. You wasted a molly. Like, it's the same thing for a frag. You know?
Yeah.
Like, they can just walk out and just re-smoke it. You know?
I feel it's not like
Yeah, I did add more spots to
kinda
shoot at the
cluttered
beach.
in
You're
there,
right.
but
You're goddamn right.
I guess they're pretty cluttered in that lander, but
Yeah, like if you don't execute properly, it's gonna be like that scene from Saving Private Ryan where they just get mowed down by an MG42. Like, you know, you you got to make it work with what you got. And it's not up to a level designer to determine like is this throwable overpowered in X use case? Like that's not, that's not what we do. Ramp walkway. Maybe this one will work better. Oh, what? Hello?
Where did it go?
Yeah. Where are you?
I show you a magic trick.
Yeah. I'm going to make this pencil disappear. Oh, I can just turn this around, doy. I'm working harder, not smarter. Sorry. I was like, man, I need to get rid of that ramp. I wonder what I'm going to do about it. Maybe you should just, I don't know, turn it around.
Turning around is the first thing I learned from Axum. Turn things upside down, turn them around. Yep. That's there's so many. It's usually like if Axum is like cheeky and say, "Do you know the solution to this problem?" Like 90% of the time, the answer is flip it upside down.
Yep.
How do I make these these railings go away? Flip it upside down. Yep. Okay.
We're gonna do another one of these. We're gonna just to change it up a little bit. I think that's the same side. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's look at this again. Let's look at this from the top down.
Mm-hmm.
We do have an irrelevant ramp over here, but that's fine because it needs to have a tunnel.
Yeah, it's more for the.
I wanted to put cover up here. That's what I wanted.
If you could you put like a small piece of cover on that small island?
Like which island? I wish you could draw.
South.
Dude. This one?
No,
where
south.
The flat cannon is?
No, the south one. That doesn't lead
here?
Anywhere. Yeah.
I could, but what I'm worried about is people parkouring over to it.
Oh yeah.
Just do that, Yeah.
Eh.
I totally could, but I'm a little concerned about that. Cool. Oh, that kind of blocks the player flow a little bit. What if I do like that? There we go. Boom. Like that.
Yeah, I'm really wondering how the shopping cart will play on Dome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, dude. Cart coming back it's gonna be a good day when that happens.
Unfortunately, still a while out, but
the return of the king. Hail to the king, baby.
Yeah. Will be the day of the two kings. Shield and shopping cart coming back.
True. Cool.
Because they will come back in combination.
Yeah, they have to. Like if they don't, it would just be miserable.
I mean, I guess shield could work without the shopping cart, but not the other way around.
Yeah.
Shopping cart without the shield would be brutal.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's take a final look at this map and then maybe start a new one. Because I've spent over an hour on this map and I'm kind of over it.
It looks fun.
All right, we seen anything? Seen anything, chat? Oh, I see someone. I see something. We're missing a label.
Yeah. Fair.
Ruins.
Without the label, the map would be ruined. But
oh, ho, 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 ho. You can just open green and then get mowed down by carts in a highly elevated area. Yep. That's why shield needs to come in.
Probably
a little more grass in the water. I kind of like it how it is, though.
I mean, there's a lot of grass there.
Yeah, there is a lot of grass. Like, this is a lot more than usual. Why can't you wall charge ruins? I think it was just a use case that we never considered.
Yeah, we don't have the art for
I want to say we talked... Like, I don't think the art would be that hard to do either. It's just, we had so many other things at the time that it's like, we never thought, why would someone want to wall charge their ruins? So I can bring that up. I know we've talked about it before, though. Like, I know we talked about it recently where it was brought up and people were asking why we can't do that. And we had to talk internally about it. Open screen. We can't let them pin us down. We need to move. Get off the beach. Yeah. Wall charging ruins maybe TM soon. I don't know. I can't give you a timeline on that, but I do know we've talked about it. We are aware. Needs to get in during the loadout stage and then spawn. I don't remember what you guys are talking about. Confusing how you can wall charge observation, but the other says like runes can't be. Yep. Yeah, I agree. I think down to we never really looked at it and was like, yep, this is going to be something people are going to actively want to wall charge. So we'll get it in eventually. Again, we are aware.
I wonder how many use cases there actually are for it, because like when would that be super useful?
I know that there's been a couple where like you could wall charge out directly. I think it's more of just a consistency thing for a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure.
People are gonna ask why they can't wall charge this, and I would have to agree, like, why can't you wall charge that, But it might open up a can of worms of like, well, why can't you wall charge the Merlins? Right? like I don't want to go down that path, honestly, but the ruins walls we can definitely talk about. Yeah. Grass clipping through the temple stairs. Oh, good eye. Dang. We got some snipers. Nope. What a spot.
Yeah, it's actually funny to me how Zach mentioned that those rune walls whenever meant to be used as walls and more like as a sideline blocker on occasion. So you never considered putting a wall charge on it. And I mean, that's how it goes usually, right?
Yeah.
Our team creates a piece of art and then it's like, ooh, fancy, let's use this for something it's not intended to be.
Yeah, we've had oh man, we've had a lot of talks about like how the level people will be like, we'll just take literally the easiest thing, which is normally a 1x1 cube, and just use that to make things.
Yeah, or just be creative and change things. Like, I mean, that's the whole reason why the barbed wire fan issue was a thing, right? Because the fan was never supposed to be accessible from the inside. So there was never a consideration that there could be a barbed wire there. But one day Axiom decided, hey, shelving could be a thing, and all of a sudden that became a problem.
Yeah, this is in the cluster up here though. Yeah, these are supposed to be up here.
Yeah.
Is this one supposed to be that up? I think this one's a little bit higher than it should be. But if it's that low, you can't see it, huh? And I guess I never really paid attention to that. Yeah, that grass is supposed to be up. The stuff that was clipping through wasn't. Let me check this corner. That corner's fine. I think the rest of this is good, so I'm gonna stop looking at it. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop looking at it.
What's the name?
This is Glass Sun. We're gonna generate a new one.
Interesting. Hey. So Survivor Guy pointed out that you apparently can throw frag grenades into the crowd.
Never said that Kildome USA was a safe game show.
That's concerning.
That should be something where if you manage to do that, it should be like, that Argus officer's pension sure isn't getting put into their coffers tonight. Splash zone tickets? I don't think that word means what you think it means.
That's a good one.
Is that Steam achievement for it? Yeah, that would be a good Steam achievement. Frag the crowd. The thing is, we can't really do Steam achievements for like intentionally wasting gear. Like that just, as funny as it would be, that would be something that like, oh, I'm just going for the Steam achievement, right? Kill streak. Yeah, so I'm generating some more. It takes a little while to find a good generation.
While we do
works.
that, I have a question about what I had
Yeah.
earlier already, but didn't ask. Does are ruins and jungle is like one of the two a subroom of the other?
Yeah, ruins is a subroom of jungle.
Ah. Is beach a subroom of base?
I don't know actually. I want to say that one of them is a subroom of other, but it might also just be that they're just interconnected all the time. Like I've seen some gens where they're like barely connected, but for the most part, these are all so icky. For the most part, like these are mutually exclusive to each other, where
Yeah.
they will always connect in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Gets
Speaking
headshot
of,
by friendly
speaking
city,
of,
yeah.
we talked earlier about like only having 4 out of 5 rooms, right?
Mhm.
We always have a beach though, right? Because that's
No.
a free. No.
Not always. It just
Oh.
it's an easy way of doing a green entrance.
Okay.
Like, yeah, sure, it's a 5th room, but like we don't have a 5th room besides like beach to do it. Like we could do a 4-room dome, but I mean, you're going to have power in one of the red rooms, bomb in one of the other red rooms, and both of the red rooms are going to be next to each other. And then you're going to have a green room in one separate room. Like it becomes very compacted very quickly, because you'd end up having like essentially, you know, oh, this is a good one actually. I'm gonna keep this one, but this is Chrome Dog. So if we look at this map and let's say we remove this and replaced it with Castle, Castle would probably go right here.
Wait, replace beach and base with castle is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it would essentially go like that or something similar, like optimally. That wouldn't be a bad map actually, but it does cut down the amount of space you have. And Dome needs to be big. Like if it's not big, it feels super cluttered.
Yeah.
So kind of just awkward, but I'm thinking here this is actually going to be a really good map. I'm already looking at like where the ruins are going to place and like do a bridge over the river with the river going through, and like, yeah, dude, this is going to be a good map. I can already tell. What about something like beach into pit or something different other than base, or is it always attached? Beach and base are always attached to each other, but something like beach into pit has been done before, where you have like a thing going into pit, and that's gonna happen here. We'll just see what happens when I do it. Centerpiece, I need doors. We'll see what happens. It's generally something that we try not to do, because like if you look at where the thing would have to go, it has to go one place, which is here. And it creates some use cases that are kind of awkward, where we're essentially allowing people to get onto beach, which is generally a big no-no. So I'm actually gonna have to rethink how I do this a little bit. But I think what I can do instead is we have this. I can just do this pit. And then bomb's gonna be in this corner right here. Like, we still want you to fight up the beach, but defenders getting onto the beach, what happens is they just put barbed wire like literally on the landing craft. They just do this.
I mean, this happens on every other map though.
Yeah, but it's already like you have, you're gonna have 3 places looking onto this landing craft, plus a random off angle that people can quick peek, plus probably this angle. So it's like that. It just looks like a mess already, just drawing over it. So.
That's
like defenders, like we've gone to steps to make sure defenders can't get onto beach.
Yeah,
like that is intentional.
How big can castle be?
That's a good question. I want to say that the one that we saw last time, it would have to be like how big are these? 3x3, so probably like 9x3 if I had to guess, or 9x6. So it'd be like this big, like this whole section. But that's a really big castle. I don't know if that would even ever happen. I'd have to look at the whatchamacallit. Oh my god, I'm blanking. I'd have to look at the like room stuff to figure that out.
Configuration.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. We're going to go pit, and we gotta go. Where's forest? Forest F2. We're gonna do it right here. It's F3 and F2. Cool. The world's biggest castle. How big can observation be? It's a 3 by whatever. So I think this is the biggest it can be. I don't think it can be a 6 anymore, like a 6 wide. I don't think.
Yeah, I only saw 3 wide, so
yeah,
maybe 4. No, I think only 3 from what I've seen.
And then we need observation. Grand ops.
Survivor Guy suggests like a one entrance castle, like the only way in is the castle door and the button is outside so you can get locked in. Would be kind of funny. Would probably not make for a good map though, because we have so few rooms in Dome. If like one of them only has one entrance, it like destroys the flow of the map, I feel.
Double drawbridge castle. Yeah, it's essentially just an airlock with airlock X pillbox.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, this is looking fine. All right, flow, and now we wait. Now we wait.
Wait, what did you press? Which button?
The flow button.
What does
so
it
I
do?
had to place the.
Oh, is that like a?
So when it's
like...
when it's trying to flow, it's quite literally trying to find flow between rooms. Yeah. So it's trying to go. Okay, well,
I didn't know I
can
don't
go
use
here.
that. That's nice.
Yeah, so it's like I have doors here, 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 and here. I need to make sure I can connect all of these doors. So what it's going to try to do is do like, oh, you can't see that. I'll do that. It's going to probably end up doing like this, snaking around, and like this here. And then observation's pretty simple. And then it'll put stairs most likely either here or here, and then stairs here, like somewhere on this side. And then it'll connect these two using the bridge if it can. If it can. Yep, see, there you
go. Oh, it also plays the little mini ruin thing. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna modify this bridge a little bit because I want it to be more like my drawing where I had it up and across, but I don't know. It would have to be like that. I think we can get away with it. We might have a bridge asset that fits that, but I'll take a look at it in a sec.
Yeah, if you leave it like that, the tree trunk would be a bit weird.
Yeah.
Wait, it didn't actually connect the door.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but it's been doing that a lot for me. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm also probably gonna modify pit though, so it works out because I want like this pathing instead of like this. It's gonna just go straight across if it can, which it did. So, all right, room pass. Wait. Castle X is a vault. If there's only one way in, vault map on Dome? Probably not. Because it would be a vault with a pillbox. Like imagine vault X pillbox, and that's what you'd end up with. Post room lighting. Oh, excuse me. Portable props.
But yeah, people just figured out that you can basically create all the kill house vault door assets with castle. You can do a vault, you can do an airlock, you can do
Yep.
all these things. Nasheen asks, how big is your team? Well, depending how you count, like a little above 20 people right now. That
A little
includes
above.
everyone, though. I think maybe 20.
I want to say it's 20 exactly.
Might be 20. Might be exactly 20.
Yeah, it's around there. Yeah, Pion
Yeah.
pretty much nailed it.
It's around 20. I would have to count to get the exact number, but that includes everyone, like engineers, artists, animation artists, level designers, community managers, PR, game designers, administration, project management,
Survivor guy.
like everything.
Yep. You right. All right. Here's the most important part of the map making process. Are we going with map dog chrome or chrome dog? I think I know which one I want, but what do you guys want? What does chat want?
I definitely have a favorite here.
Yeah, I definitely do.
I
I think it's gonna be pretty one-sided.
Yeah, I assume that's the one. Yep, they all want to chrome
Yep.
dong.
Yep. All right, chrome dog it is. Long dong silvers.
Is the pit green door supposed to be switched with the demon head on pit side? Wait, what?
No, if you look at it, it is whatever side you're going into.
Yeah.
So this would be I'm going into pit. This
Yeah.
side would be I'm going into ruin
You're
slash
supposed
jungle
to
forest,
you're
whatever.
supposed to know where you go, where you're moving
Yeah.
in, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yep.
it's intended to be this way.
So it's like you're going into observation here, or you're going into jungle. I messed up this one, it looks like. Yeah, I messed up this one. This one is... Here we go. There we go. I don't think we have one for ruins. Yeah, we just have one for forest. Whatever. Make sure... Oh. Is this one just the generic one? What? There we go. I don't know why that one messed up. Thought I did the right one on that. Yeah, it's to help with player navigation. For
Yeah.
sure. Dude, what the heck?
Because that's actually an issue in other maps, right? I think that's
Yep.
where Dome actually shines over other maps. Because
Yeah.
you, especially like in C-Store where you have like a lot of rooms, new players who don't like usually have a hard time remembering the layout. Well, not necessarily only new players, but people in general sometimes have like, so you're calling out their storage and then someone is like in freezer and one is like, where the frick is storage?
Yep.
But in Dome, like basically every room is connected to, well, 2 out of the other 3 rooms, I guess. And you can immediately see which those are because you see the doors. So callouts are way more effective.
Ooh, how do I want to do this? Yeah, we don't really have a good asset for it. What I'm like thinking of doing, but we might be able to kit bash something. Maybe. What I wanted to do isn't really going to work. When I look at it, I might be able to fake it a little bit.
I mean, faking is half of your job.
Fake it till you make
That's
it.
what I
baby.
learned from Axum streams.
Yep.
Making factories with the Axum is like, yep, we're using stuff in some
Like-
fake way, usually.
The main problem here is I can't, like, if the underside wasn't here, I could just turn this upside down and stick it in the river and just call it, like, I could just do that, duplicate it, and call it good, but like I can't because
Because of the under area.
so it's like I'm gonna have to stretch it if I want to do what I want to do.
The
So
under
I don't think
area
it's
is
gonna
really
happen.
preventing us from being cheeky a lot.
I am bummed, Sag. Whatever. I guess I can keep it like that. It's fine. I wanted to do something funny. Dude. Throw that in the middle. We'll get rid of that. Put that in that corner. Oop. Bada bing, bada boom. Make sure that that's not pixel peaking.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would be very short pixel peak, but
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm concerned about is like this. If it was able to happen, I don't think.
yeah, if it's over
Yeah,
there,
I
I
can't,
think
never
you
mind.
can.
Never mind.
Should be fine.
It'll be fine.
Oh, could you make the wait? How does the roof look from the inside? No, it's yeah. Can you? Because Survivor Guys suggested to have the like the piece you couldn't place to be connected to the roof instead to the floor, but
Yeah, it doesn't really
doesn't really
doesn't
work
really
with
work.
the floor roof you have.
Like, if we had a single, if we had a 1x1 bridge, maybe it would work because that's essentially what I would need. Like, I would need a 1x1, but
Yeah, the
the
problem
only
is
thing
the-
that we have
the
that's
bridge,
like
right?
that is this guy. It's the only thing that we have like that. And it's a broken piece because you can make that jump normally. So it would have to be that on both sides, which I don't really want to do. Yeah.
I mean,
And again,
yeah.
it's running into the same problem of like this is just
Yeah.
floating here, which I mean it doesn't look good, like just in general.
Yeah.
So I don't have a piece that fits that, like because these walls are special.
Yeah,
So
yeah, no, that's why he suggested that would be connected to the roof, but that
yeah.
wouldn't work out in this case, I don't think.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something that it was gonna be kind of funny, but
Yeah.
it's not needed, you know. It's whatever. Let's look at jungle. Let's look at like back here. I think if I do again, I don't want to make this into a turtle spot, but like it just kind of is gonna become one.
I mean, you can flank it from behind. I guess you can. Well, you can turtle from the other. You can turtle in both directions, I guess.
Yeah, I'm also trying to think of like where I'm gonna put red doors on this map. So we have a green. Where are we gonna put reds? Maybe a red up here.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty good red, because then you're pretty far away, and then maybe a red over here. This is a tough one. This is a toughie. It's attached to the roof instead of the floor. We talked about that. The ultra chrome metal brutal legend aesthetic. I'll come back to it, and I'll work a little bit on this stuff that I wanted to do instead.
Brutal Legend was a great game, by the way.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. It had its flaws, but it's one of the very few games that I completed. So I'm not a completionist. I don't complete games usually.
I'm right there with you.
I'm just like, I get bored of things so easily that I usually don't stick to games, like to single player games. I don't stick to them very long. Like for multiplayer games, it's a different thing because they're different every time, right? But for single player games, once I got a good grasp of all the mechanics, I tend to move on. Because it's like, I think for me, it's like gaming for me is all about like learning new things. And in a multiplayer game, you learn by, you get better at the game, right? But for single player games, it's usually like you learn the mechanics, you learn how to use them, and at some point you hit that wall where there's probably still a little bit space for improvement, but not much anymore. And at that point, I usually get bored.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Is Zach still in here? Oh my god, I don't remember. Oh, missing texture.
Ooh.
Ew.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
Oh, no, I need the interior texture, please. There's that. And cool.
Shiny Sunlight asks about permanent light sources like torches and stuff for maps. We kind of have that in some tile sets. We have like ambient light in
Torches
freezer
on
and,
dome.
Do we?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
In castle.
Could they actually create light if power's out?
Yep. It's not very much, but
I
it's
never
it's
noticed.
there. See, right there.
Oh, these ones. Right.
I think I need to select it. Let's look at the.
I was more thinking about like the ambient lighting in freezer and like the lighting in arcade and stuff. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this thing it makes a little bit of light. It's enough to be able to see people come through.
Yeah,
here,
it makes
but
probably enough to make the silhouette in the doorway visible, which is all you need really.
Yeah, it's not a lot, but it's got it where it counts. Oh my goodness, I don't know where I want these red doors, and it's kind of aggravating me. I don't want power right there. That bad power.
I mean,
ooh, you know what I could do? I could do power here. Maybe. I still need to figure out where
usually don't place anything in base, right? Because it's too easy. Like it's too easy to access.
Yeah, generally speaking, I won't. Because yeah, it's just like people don't like it when stuff is close to other areas. Like, and I would have to agree. Like, it's not very good design when I do that. You know.
Yeah, it's just too easy to get there from the green entry. Like you don't pay anything.
Yep. And again, like players will find the easiest way to play a game.
Yep.
Including breaking it.
Do Kildom maps take longer than others to finish? We talked about that at the start. I guess they take longer than C-Store and Kill House. Would you say they take longer than Factory?
Not anymore, no. Factory used to take like an hour. I mean, like the thing with Kildom is it only takes long because we want it to look good.
Yeah, fair.
Like, I mean, if we didn't want it to look good, we could probably just throw it together, but there's going to be issues that come up where like we're going to find things later on down the line, so it just works out better if we do it like right the first time, you know? So we're going to get a wing. Oh, this is so dumb. God. It's not even going to matter here, but I'll put it there for principle because you're still going to be able to see them.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Isn't it the wrong way around now though?
No.
Because
I want to block it from this angle.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm going to have to do this wall as well, so. Which, I mean, is fair because I don't have to, or I shouldn't be putting windows on the north side in general. Like all of these need to go. I should probably do this one just on principle. Oop. There we go. No windows in observation because truck.
Now the spectators can't see the spectacle in observation. That's unfortunate.
Hey,
I mean, I can look
we never said that the observation was just the people observing in dome. With their eyes, Bert.
I think there should be like VIP spectator seats in observation.
Can players theoretically jump on pit skyscrapers? Indeed they can. It's very obnoxious. Parkour!
Yeah, parkour is the bane of our level designer's existence.
Yep.
The worst.
General range on how well you were paid? Not on stream, no.
We're getting paid money.
Yeah, we are getting paid enough. VIP seats in the
Yeah, it's a
middle
good
of the
point,
room.
Derby. That's a VIP seat. I wonder why nobody books it ever.
do I want to do this? Oh.
What are you thinking about?
I'm putting cover and observation, and I'm trying to think. I have the ability to put a 1x1 wall. Let's get the red color back because it's more visible. So I have the ability to put a 1x1 wall somewhere. I'm trying to figure out where I want it, and it has to face. Like, if you're looking at player flow, it has to face the way that attackers would theoretically be going towards bomb from. So it has to be facing this way or this way. And I'm trying to figure out where I would want it. That would be fun to play around, but also engaging.
Can you make it angled?
Yeah, we could.
Like, could you just...
we're going off the grid.
No, like
it looks weird. That's the thing. Like, if we do it in here... Oh, you know what we could do? We could do like this.
I was thinking, oh, okay, that's interesting. I was thinking exactly like 90 degree from that.
90 degrees like that?
Yes.
Because again, it has to be facing the door to some way. So like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We're going off the grid.
Would you do it? Would you put it this way though? Not with the screen. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, because so remember, attackers are coming in from this door.
I just was mixing things up in my head. That makes sense.
We're going off the grid.
In before glass maze observation.
You know what? We'll double down on this as well.
Oh no!
Look what you've started.
Uh-oh.
What have I done?
Uh-oh.
DP players see a non-90 degree prop placement.
Wait, what's your...
I'm just doing this.
Oh, so you can hide behind it as cover? Is that your plan?
No, I'm also just kind of seeing what it would look like. I know Axum's done this a couple times, and it looks a lot better when there's something capping it off instead of just like a random like hole, you know? Come on, give it to me. Thank you. Azanko. Oh, that's a pivot. That's also what?
I like how these observation walls are like this completely OP piece of cover.
As they should be.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm gonna get rid of that one because we don't need it. Cool.
I mean, then again, you can't just throw a flash around that corner and you're good.
Yep.
Can you? What's going on here? Restream is... No, wait, that's...
Hey, we're back.
Are we?
Yep. I see that we are back online.
Nope.
I don't know what happened, but it do be freaking out, though.
Yep, seems like we're back. Okay.
I don't know what happened.
I think Twitch just had a stroke. Maybe Restream.io, but I feel it was Twitch. Twitch in general being very slow right now for me, so I'd say we blame Twitch.
Blame the Twitch. Maybe I can do like this.
Yeah, also, well, it might have been, I don't know. Restream chat did not let half of the messages through, which is why I didn't even realize stream was broke. Might have been Restream, who knows?
I don't really know how I want to do this.
Ah, button.
And what will it be? She's a maniac on the dance floor.
Yeah. Now everything seems to be working fine again, so I guess we're good.
Whack. Cool. It's looking a little better. Do 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 do.
So how many times did you fell in the pit yet?
I've fallen in twice on live. I've fallen in a lot more when we're doing dev tests because I tried to do like cheeky jumps and whatnot. Like I tried to do like
You were pushing.
From like here to here,
Mhm.
right? And like occasionally it works, but most of the time it doesn't. Or the other thing that I had to learn not to do is as a defender, like just be sprinting around the defender room and I forget my pucks in pit and then I'll just sprint off the edge.
A lot
Which,
of people.
you know,
I have a bunch of complaints about that.
It's like, just don't sprint around. Like, it's like, but it's so hard not to.
Stop parkouring in the defender room. Make a plan instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only fell, like, I never fell into the pit, but I fell down once. So I fell down from one platform to the other and then got shot, but I didn't end up in the lava. Is the range of light small enough for people to not use it from the entrance to observation? What? Which range of lights? Are you guys high ranks? I'm not.
I think I'm only like rank 12 or something like that.
Sandwiches on our DPL rivals team, so.
I'm a gamer. I'm a real gamer.
You're pretty pro.
Aw, shucks.
Do devs have an advantage because they know the maps? I mean,
no.
Technically.
I'd like to think we do, but we really don't. Like, let's be honest here. Map knowledge only gets you so far.
Toxic asks if we can do mirrors. I think that would be a huge performance hog.
Because yeah,
requires
I'm unsure about
like
that.
another viewport.
Like, the only problem with something like that is it would essentially just be fake. It's kind of like how we do observation.
These are not
where
actually
it's like,
monitors.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a shader that goes on here. Like I could
These
probably
are windows.
put it on like. Yeah, I can just put it on like it's freaking out, but like I could probably just put it on something else.
Sorry to destroy the illusion, but these are just windows.
Yeah, like I could just put this on a separate thing, and like if you shot this, it would just the whole thing would go black. So we do some tricky tricks, but if you get really close, you can actually see it does have like RGB. You know, it's kind of cool. Okay.
Oh no, Derby is showing his lava story. He spent all time planning and had to sprint to grab the mob at the last second.
Oh no!
But he kept running and fell into the lava. That's a big oof.
RTX due process when actually we already technically do have RTX in the game. Like if you're talking about real-time lighting, the moon is technically a real-time light.
Fair.
Technically.
So
that's why Factory looks so goddamn good when the lights go out.
Yeah. Someone was asking if you can access the power button from observation. Like, can you go over there real quick?
I saw this.
Yeah, sure. Finish this off first.
No.
Like,
you can touch it from like right here, sure, but
yeah, that was the question. Like, no,
yeah,
that was the question. So you don't actually have to go down if you're coming from this way. Well, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
would
again,
usually be in favor of the defenders, I guess, to turn it back on.
Yep. Yeah, like, sure, the cores on your GPU aren't used, but in general, GPUs aren't used in due process like at all.
Yeah,
you know, like you could be running this game if you had a strong enough processor on integrated graphics, most likely. Like, it wouldn't run very well, but
It would
Our
run.
game is super CPU bound.
Well, you have to mention though that that's because we actually optimized the GPU part of it quite a bit already.
Yeah, like it just
From what I've
doesn't.
heard.
It doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't pull basically anything because our
Yeah.
art is just. It's super optimized.
Yeah,
Like
our art is
there's
super
nothing to
optimized,
pull.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like our art is super optimized, and we basically disabled or never implemented any fancy features. That's also why our graphics options menu is very limited, because there's just nothing you could turn off because there's nothing there. Like we don't have any weird. We don't have anti-aliasing. We don't have like bloom or whatever. We don't have these things.
Because like
maybe
I don't
we'll
know,
have
people
them
turn that
someday,
stuff
but-
off anyways. Like
So,
I don't know.
yeah.
You know, I don't know about you, Pion, but I definitely like that's the first thing I do is I check for is there motion blur, is there bloom, and is there anti-aliasing, and how can I optimize it or turn them off?
I mean, it
first thing I
depends
do in
on
FPS
the
is
game for me.
true.
If it's like a multiplayer game, yeah, usually want these things off. For single player, I usually keep it on until it annoys me. And then if it's over the top, I turn it off at some point.
Probably a good way of doing it.
Add mirrors, but only players with the RTX card can see it. Basically pay to win. Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
For the others, it's just like...
That would
just
be a really
white.
cheeky thing to add, though, if you got it in like the bathrooms and whatnot, so you could like ambush people around corners using the mirrors. That'd be so fun. That'd be a cool idea. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Kind of like the boat where it is. You know what? I'm just gonna use 2 here. I think that using 3 is overkill because you can also see it from a lot of other points on the map.
Why is power so powerful on killdowns? I think that's not true. I think it's powerful on all maps right now. You're just not used to it because power got changed with Gunplay 2.0. I don't think it's particularly powerful on cooldown. I mean, I guess it affects more elements because it turns off observation and disables the drawbridge. But
yeah, I'd say it's mainly like it just disables more stuff, and then there's less choke points, so people can just hide in like a corner and just wait for you to peek. Like power has always been powerful. It's just it didn't work for the longest time, and then we released it and it still didn't work.
Yeah, that's the main issue. Power wasn't as powerful as it used to be for the last few months, so.
Yeah. So what changed with power for Gunplay 2.0 was the power initially didn't work properly. Like if you've ever played with your gamma on your monitor and gone into a game like Tarkov or Rust or whatever and just cranked your gamma up, like you could see fine. That's like the best way I can explain it. It's not a gamma issue, but like the light wasn't being utilized properly. So when the light went out, like if I did happen to turn the lights out, oh my god, it's so bright. If I happened to turn the lights out and it went dark, like the way that the darkness works is it just gets crushed to 0. Like we don't mess with gamma or anything. So like the light just wasn't getting crushed properly. And there was a lot of stuff that just wasn't working. So like it would be dark, but it's more like a dusk dark. It was like if we look at like here and like I make like a black scribble, this being like new dark, right? It was more like in between. It was like here-ish when it should have been here the entire time. Like it should have been pitch black. Yeah, power is powerful. It's supposed to be something you want to protect.
Yes.
You know, because it's dangerous to have the power go out.
Absolutely.
Pion, that's a good question for you from Nasheen16.
I don't know, it's a good question for me because I'm not a level designer here, but any tips for someone going to school for game development / design and when I do the stuff you guys are doing? I mean, I didn't learn this. I also am not doing level design, I'm just a community manager. I would actually be proficient in doing the programming part of this thing because I'm actually a software developer. But I got hired as the community manager here because reasons. So I don't know. Did
Yeah,
you
I'd
have
say,
any? Do you have any? Like, did you learn level design in?
No, besides working at Gek, I have no formal education with level design. Like I play a lot of video games and I'm really dang good at it. And I use that experience to justify a lot of my reasoning when I make levels. As well as like I had to learn a lot of stuff regarding level design, and I'd never touched Unity before. It was something that was completely foreign to me. Like I had never touched a level editor, period.
Mhm.
So I had to learn that stuff, which was its own challenge. But
I touched Warcraft 3 level editor back in the days.
yeah,
Actually,
like a
for a
lot of
school
it is
project,
just
funnily enough. So
a lot of it is honestly just passion. Like if you have a passion for doing something and you make it work, like people will recognize it. You just got to keep at it until someone does recognize it, or until you can put your name out there, or find someone that's willing to teach you. And I mean, that's what I did. So I bugged them for about 5 years, and then a job position opened up, and I was the best candidate for the job. So
yeah. I mean, I don't want to say you don't need, or you like think there's value in learning these kind of things in school or whatever. It's just like
I would agree.
I don't think I could give you any recommendations in that regard because I don't have any experience with that.
What I've been told and heard a lot of, especially regarding the game industry, is anything, literally anything, except for like maybe like super high level tech work, is stuff you can just learn in your free time if you're motivated enough. It really is. Like
Yeah.
a lot of it, is stuff you can just teach yourself. You don't have to go to school to become a game designer. Like it helps for sure, and it gives you an
probably
inside
faster.
yeah, like it will give you an inside perspective to the industry, and it will give you connections, which is honestly like the biggest thing in most professions anyways, is like who do you know and how well do you know them. But like if you wanted to learn level design, like honestly, dude, just or you wanted to boost your level repertoire, like I watch a lot of like Games Workshops level design videos. Like if you have a map that you really liked at one point, like for me it was Valhalla from Halo 3. It's like, well, what makes that map good? Like why did you spend hours playing this map? And if you can analyze that and use that to improve, whatever you're working on, whatever levels you're deciding to make, or even if you're not making levels, if you're just making scenes, right? Like pretty looking scenes, is like, well, in my example of Valhalla, and this got brought up the other day in a meeting, like, why do you play on Blood Gulch? Like, would you still play on Blood Gulch if the weather was overcast instead of happy sunny? Probably not. Like, because it's a different feel. Like something as simple as that matters a lot.
Why do you still play on Dust 2?
Yep. Why do people play on Dust 2? It's not a very balanced map. I wouldn't even say it's a very good map. But it's become iconic for some reason.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have a lot of theories on it, but I mean, yeah, like Dust 2 is really good for like if you just want to sit back and like click on some heads, but I mean, it's not even a bad map. It's just like it plays pretty much the same wherever you go, right? Like there's no variance to it. It's like, you want to push B? All right, well, do you go through mid or do you go through tons?
Yeah,
right. Like that. Do you rush B or do you try to do a sneaky play? Like when you're going A, do you go long or do you try to push mid through cat? Yeah. Like, no, you gotta look at levels like that sometimes, which sucks because I'm not gonna lie, Dust 2 is my most played map because I was a TDM pleb in Counter-Strike. I was that guy.
I never played much CS.
CS is really fun. Like if you can have people that play with you and can like mess around and whatnot.
Yeah,
but
probably.
the matchmaking experience in CS, I'd never got into that. Community servers are where it's at for CS. That's the fun stuff. I'm gonna put a rock like way back here, I think. I'm gonna do boo boo like that. There we go. Play the same map over and over again. It's like map at D&D process. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like I played a lot of Quake and Unreal Tournament and like Dirty Bomb, CS, Tribes, and like those games are fun for what they are, but you're playing on the same maps like all the time because people like communities will find that one map that either is balanced, like quote balanced, or is the more enjoyable of the map set to play for whatever reason, and generally speaking, like that's what people will pick. So
Yep.
not that that's a bad thing, but that's just kind of how it goes, is what it is. Body flight indoor skydiving. Yeah, I've heard about it. I've seen some videos about it too. We have one over here like near the Seattle area that's really big called iFly. I've never done it, but I don't know. Pion, have you ever skydived?
No. Is that what, like, if you're doing, is that where you have like this big fan below you and have like a windscreen or something?
Yeah.
I don't
Looks
know.
interesting, but that's a big nope from me, dude. The most I do is mountain biking and like rock climbing or bouldering. I have no interest in jumping out of a perfectly fine airplane. I'll love it. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of heights, so it might be something I'm interested in, being indoor and all, but I don't know. I'm pretty set in stone with things that connect me to the ground, honestly. Like thinking about it, I'm like, man, I like rock climbing and mountain biking, and I'm like, those are all things that keep me on the ground very intentionally.
Yeah.
Like going off the ground is generally not a good thing unless you're like jumping. It's not even high. I know. I
would actually enjoy trying that out, I think, but it's not enough to make me look for a place where I could do it and then probably pay a good chunk of money and time for it. So
yeah, if we had a,
like if I would have the opportunity to just like try it somewhere, sure.
If we had like a company party there, sure, I'd do it. I'd be down, but I wouldn't go there in my free time. If I'm being entirely honest. Again, I like biking. Biking is fun. The most I get in the air is when I go to the jump park and I do that stuff. And I am content with this. Pit, observation, ruins, jungle. I think I want to just put like a hedge in jungle. Jungle is not looking very jungly right now. You know what? I'm gonna remove that and make some jungle changes here.
What do you want to change and why?
So I just want jungle to feel more like a jungle. Right now it's like it's just kind of here. But I'm worried about some platforming issues that I'm foreseeing like up to here. And I don't want to make too many logs. Too many logs is bad. So I'm trying to figure out which one of these assets I want to use. I think I'm going to just do this one. Because it, like its name implies, it's simple.
Wait, what is it called?
Put a heck ton of grass into jungle. This is sealed dome jungle tree grass simple.
Simple. Okay, yeah.
Simple. They talk about my one tap. It's not simple. And then let's do like another tree over here. Let's do like a small tree. It's river.
I just had a dumb idea. When we get Defender Economy, there should be a fishing minigame in a jungle pond. Then you can sell the fish, and then
We're Harvest Moon now.
yeah, I mean every game needs like a fishing minigame, right?
Yeah, we need our mini game for Dome.
Yeah. It would obviously not be real fish. It would be like game show fish, right?
Yeah,
Like plastic
they're just like
fish,
cardboard cutouts
yeah.
of fish.
Well, no, more like these plastic ones, like the ones you can like win at the carnival
Oh yeah.
game. Not win, but like from the carnival game.
Cool. That's looking a little bit more like a jungle.
Seems
Okay.
Stream
We need that
starting?
second red door to happen though. And I'm thinking I'm gonna put it like right here. Because then you still can like jump out and whatnot, right? You still have some options. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna commit to it. I need doors. Do you watch Game Grumps at all?
No.
There's a really good animation that someone did where they're trying to catch a frog and God, what game was that? I want to say it was a Legend of Zelda game, but they're talking about how the froggy keeps on like eating the bait off of the thing, and dude, it's so funny. Oh my god.
Okay.
Like that's one of my like feel good things that I'll watch when I need a good laugh. The fishing pole has broken. We no longer have the fishing pole. So good. And then we get run the pass. We gotta get the wingies. Wing. Wing, wing, wing. What's your favorite movie? Have I ever asked you that?
Yeah, you asked me that last time.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I couldn't remember if it was you or Smith.
No,
But
no,
I
you
asked.
asked me that last time. We ended up in a like half-hour
Yeah.
rant about Star Wars.
Yeah, some tangents about Star Wars, dude. I got a lot to say about Star Wars. Let me tell you, I got some opinions about Star Wars, man.
So do I, for sure. I think you spent like I was like I have lots of favorite movies, and you asked like the most recent one, and I think my answer
Yeah,
was
that's right.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Star Trek or Star Wars for you guys? Here's the thing. I never got into Star Trek, but I don't dislike it. I think I would actually enjoy it, but I never got around watching it. So
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like it's kind of hard to describe because like my mom is really into Star Trek more than Star Wars. But I'm more
yeah,
of
my mom watched Star Trek as well, actually.
yeah,
funny.
like I'm definitely more of a Star Wars guy. Like I've watched like all of the sorry, I'm trying to half do something. I've watched like all of the shows that I can and all that, and like I don't know, Star Trek has never really like resonated with me as much as Star Wars has. No, I'm just gonna leave this stuff.
I think it actually probably would resonate with me, but as I said, I just never got around watching it.
Yeah.
So I watched some of the movies. Those were quite fun, but from what I've known, like the newer ones, from what I've known, they not super similar to what the original show is all about. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've pretty much done the same where I just kind of watch the oh my god, brain fart. The like new movies.
Yeah.
The MCU.
The MCU is fun.
Yeah.
for the most
I haven't
part.
been watching it since Endgame came out though.
I think I only watched Endgame was probably the last one.
Yeah. I haven't watched like WandaVision. I'm probably gonna watch Loki.
I mean, I just don't have time to watch much stuff
yeah.
these days.
Yeah.
I stopped watching stuff like 2 years ago or something. I realized it's I just like started running out of time for it, honestly. Like I still watch some YouTube stuff from time to time, but not what like I stopped watching TV series or TV shows. Sometimes like occasionally a movie, but I used to watch way more stuff back in the days. But
Yeah. Yeah, again, I'm way more into Star Wars than anything else. Like I rarely, if ever, watch TV shows that aren't Star Wars. Like the last one I watched was Mandalorian. And like I think before that it was season 7 of Clone Wars. Like I don't care that much. I'd rather be playing games like Tarkov or right now Terraria, Tarkov, and Due Process.
yeah. I got like when my time got more and more limited, I prioritized video games and TTRPGs over watching movies.
Yep. Oh, I don't think I did it for the other one. I did. Nice. I was thinking ahead of myself.
Nice.
This one still just sucks because you can still see them.
Yeah.
Like it literally does nothing.
It does. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Now it's closed off.
No view for you.
Steam down? Do you mean the Steam stream or Steam in general?
I know. I'm really looking forward to the Obi-Wan series. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Like, it's kind of hard to say because, like, I don't know who's directing it, but so far Jon Favreau has been really, really good with Mandalorian. So, like, if they just keep on going, like, in that a little bit more serious direction, where it's like, you know, they can have the kids stuff where it's, you know, like Star Wars Rebels is kind of cute and fun, but like, you know, I'd rather see it's called Star Wars, right? Like I'd rather see more of the grown-up stuff. Not saying that Star Wars has to be only for grown-ups. I don't want to gatekeep it, but like, you know, you're literally blasting people in every single media piece one way or another. Like my favorite Star Wars movie is probably Rogue One for that reason. Like it takes a more adult approach to it, right?
Yeah.
Like plus
There
that
were a
Vader
few
scene
things
like
in
made
that
the
movie that I
movie for
didn't like,
me.
but overall I liked it quite a bit.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Like honestly, I could watch just the space battles from Rogue One and just be content for like 6 minutes. Like that's that alone made the movie for me, dude. When I heard the gold leader standing by, I was like, yes, yes.
That probably works. Yeah. I just want Republic Commando 2.
I know. Oh my god, can you imagine RTX Republic Commando? Season 7 is like
that would be like that would probably be a that would be the first AAA game I have bought in a very, very, very long time on full price if that would come out. Like the last AAA game I played on release and I didn't even bought that was Rainbow Six Siege, I think. And I didn't buy that. I got that with my graphics card. So I mean, I probably would have bought it without, like, if I would not have gotten the graphics card. So fair enough. But since then, like, never played another AAA game on release. It's just like I'm known for disliking popular things. It's not necessarily that I dislike them for being popular. I just tend to have a very non-mainstream taste in a lot of cases. So I think it's not true for movies actually. But
Holmes, you're a cadet. What are you talking about? You're literally a cadet. I don't. Are you asking for a friend? It's a Due Process is a AAA game. Oh, thanks, man.
I mean, I was talking about 60 or I guess today these days
Yeah.
$70 games. But yeah,
Oh my god,
we're
they're
not AAA.
$70.
We're a small indie.
What?
We're not. I think they're not.
Oh my
they're not 70.
god.
Plus microtransactions and battle pass and deluxe edition and all that.
Dude, oh my god. I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, dude, $60 for a brand new game already feels like a kick in the balls sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially when you're like a kid, you know?
yeah, like especially if you compare like to what you can get, especially on sale.
Like on Steam or something.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
well, just the amount of stuff you can play for free, then the amount of stuff you can get really cheap in bundles, then big sales are happening all the time. You can just buy old games, and at this point, like if you buy a game today that's like 3 years old, that's not that huge of a difference anymore. Like that used to be like back in the
really
days, that
isn't.
was crazy. Like buying a game from 3 years ago, that was like that looked shit. These days, it's mostly fine. Sure, there's a difference, but it's not that big anymore, I feel. So
Yeah, I'm just adding blockers to prevent you naughty parkour artists from getting up here.
Combs is asking about are there any specific rules for Dome, like similar to how on C Store storefront is always south? Do we have anything like that? You mentioned earlier Dome windows, like north windows, are always like no windows facing north.
Yeah, that's more for truck though than
Oh, okay.
anything. Yeah, because the truck generally goes in the north. Like, I'm
I feel
trying
it's
to
not
think.
as much needed as for other maps because
Yeah,
what we talked about earlier, like it's fairly easy to make proper callouts on this map because you have 4/5 rooms depending on how you count. And
Yeah.
most of like you're connected to most of the map already, and you can see on the doors what those other rooms are. So
Like I think there are some rules, but I think it's more room rules than anything. Like
yeah,
I really, if there are any that are like overarching level theme rules, quite honestly, I just don't know them. Or like because I'm already abiding by them, or because they've
Yeah.
just never been brought up to me, like I know that there are some that are like, don't put assets in jungle and pit. Like that's a pretty obvious one, but like that's in general too,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of any off the top of my head.
What is the mode you're using right now? Why is everything in weird colors?
So this is the physics debugger, and what I'm doing is I was worried that people would be able to jump from here with their pistol and like clip onto one of these boxes because it's happened occasionally. So I just nabbed a player blocker from one of the ruin walls and I just stuck it in here. So I can look through like all of the different layers we have. So if I wanted to look at like geos, I could look at every single geo and be like, well, why is this box, is this box like way wider than it should be? And that's why people can't run through here, or like, what's going on, So
Yeah.
it's just a way for us to visualize things that aren't part of the art. It's more of like, what does the game see opposed to what we interpret?
Yeah.
Which is very helpful. And I mainly just keep it on the oh my goodness, please. The large fizz objects, because that's the ones that we use for like blockers. So I just normally leave it on this, and then whatever happens. But I think we're done. We went a little bit over
Looks
time.
good.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Imagine grass and pit. Yeah, just throw a lava texture on it, dude.
Grass and pit would be good. Chrome Doge.
Sandoa's Dome, one of the hardest maps to balance. Seemed like it could be a little bit trickier. I literally do not think about map balance outside of our internal rules. Like, if something is balanced, cool. Like, our data internally says that, like, most things are attacker sided right now because they have so many flashbangs and it's a lot harder to set up defenses. But, like, generally speaking, everything is a 50-50 or close to it, like within 5%. Like, yeah, really don't think about like, oh, is this map going to be really good for defenders? I think, would this be a fun map to play on? Like, you know, if I see a peak that might be good, I don't think, would this be a good peak for attackers or defenders? I try to think, is this a peak that you can use from either side? Unless it's like, unless it's only relevant to one side, right? Like, I've done it before where there's a peak from outside to inside using a perch. Like that's obviously only an attacker perch. So it's like, okay, would this be a perch that's useful to an attacker? But yeah, I don't really put too much thought into like, you know, is this going to be a super balanced map? Because then you can, like, I can sit here for literally 5 hours and fiddle with a map. But when you have to make like a lot of maps each week, like you don't have that time. Because I got other things I'm working on too. So, I mean, maps are only part of it.
Yeah.
Covering the folders. I don't know what you mean, Combs.
I know exactly what he means.
Don't know what you mean, Combs.
What are you talking about?
Well, what are you talking about? What do you do other than maps? I work on the new tile sets that we're developing, and then I make changes to existing assets. Mainly right now, I am working on new tile set stuff.
What do you mean by changing assets, like clusters?
Yeah, clusters or putting like player blockers on things if they're needed. Okay. Most of my week is modifying maps, though. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. We're always working on new tile set stuff. Like, that's no secret. It's on the roadmap.
Yep.
Yep.
But what it is a secret.
Yep.
Even though, like, when people find out, they will be like, oh, yeah, I could have seen that one coming.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. If people really want to find out, they can find out. But, like, that's, you know, you can't stop a community from doing community things. And quite honestly, it's, you know, whatever. It is a secret. Yes. Secrets. Pog you. Kildom Germany. It's just an angry German announcer.
Yeah. I'll be the announcer. I just do the announcing. It's fine. We just use Kildom USA, rebrand it to Kildom Germany, and replace Waldos with me. That's done. Job done. New tile set. There we go. We could do that as an April's Fool.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, like change out the whole Kildom to be German instead. That'd be super funny.
Oktoberfest. Yeah, sure.
All right, well, I think we're done. I need to eat. I'm so hungry right now. So
I'm gonna make myself a sandwich. That's convenient.
We're getting loopy.
All right.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Kildom Germany. Oh yeah, we can rename all the rooms. Jungle is Schwarzwald.
Oh, that'd be good. 40-minute stream.
Beach would be Nordsee.
Oh no. Just name it to like Omaha.
Okay. Well, okay. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. There will be the. Oh, did I ever replay? Oh, I have to replace the schedule, didn't I? Ask David to make me a new schedule where the dev team practice is crossed out because those are on vacation right now. But and I got it, but I never replaced it. I think so. I have to do that. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is no dev team practice today or this week or the next few weeks probably until DPL starts again or something, or the dev team decides to do training again. So
quite honestly, we do have a lot going on at this specific moment. So like it, you know, people are pretty hard into their work right now.
It's Berlin.
But
there will be community hours tomorrow. So if you had any questions that didn't get answered today, come back tomorrow and ask them at me again. I can answer anything tomorrow, anything that's not confidential. That is. Yeah. And also I want to plug DPL really quick because on the weekend we'll have the big DPL Season 2 playoff finals. So check them out, dpleague.net. Has all the links you need. And then we'll be back next week with our regular schedule. Monday, Tuesday maps, and Wednesday community hours. So stay tuned, and we'll host someone. So say hi to Linko, I guess. So yeah.
Hi, Linko. See you guys.
Well,
Thanks
not
for
yet.
coming.
See you next time.
One, I'm receiving at 39. One, I'm receiving at 39. One, I'm receiving at 39.